Commissioner Adam Silver said today that the league is going to take a good look at resting players during the regular season. Silver also said that teams will suffer penalties if they don't provide notice that they are resting players. Zeke, let's start with you. You played in this game, Hall of Famer. You're a coach. You drafted a couple Rookie of the Years. You top to bottom. What do you think about this?
I think two things has happened, and they're probably unintended consequences. And the unintended consequences of players resting has been you've developed a whole new medical business field in terms of where analytics has come in, combined with the medical field, and said, okay, this is the time that players can rest and this is when they should rest. So therefore, you've made the athlete a lot more cautious. The second thing is the partnership that the players have with the league and the collective bargaining agreement, right? It's players and the owners, but there's also the fans and the sponsors that we have. We have a TV contract. We're here. We're on TV, and there's a responsibility that you have as players to be entertainers. When people buy tickets, the sponsors pay for the ads, we on TV, we got an audience, you have to show up.
Right.
If Beyonce don't show up for the concert, it's a problem.
I don't want to see her understudy.
It's a problem.
Right.
And what we have happening here is that this partnership that we've put together that started in the 80s, right now is starting to unravel a little bit.
BD, first of all, what you writing? And second, Karl Malone said they need to get their ass on the court. What do you say? Do you agree with Karl Malone? That was a quote from him.
Karl Malone gonna put them cowboy boots in they butt.
Or elbow upside down.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't want that. He still got people looking for him for that. But what you think about this rest, BD?
The rest, I think that, primetime games, I find it difficult how do you rest somebody in a primetime game? But when you look at the schedule and you look at all the traveling and, you got to have a bench, man. That's the whole point of having 14, 15 players where you can have, you can rest some of your good guys. I don't find a problem with it. I just think that it like Isaiah was saying, which I was taking notes because I couldn't spell a lot of the words that you were saying. So I was trying to figure out what you were saying in the first one. Analytics and partnerships and all that just flew way past me. So
He's executive, man. He's an
trying to figure that out.
Well, how's this? You can't take all the money.
And not play.
It's like you're getting all the money, then you want some rest, and it's like you're not cutting your salaries, and then again, like I say, it's a partnership. There's a TNT, ESPN, ABC. There's $10 billion or whatever the number it is that we've said that this is what we're paying for.
How many years did you play, Zeke?
I played 13.
You played 13 years, and I remember playing against you last year. I think you tore your Achilles.
Yes.
Was it? Zeke played 13 years, had a Hall of Fame career. I played 15 years, guys, and I was injured so much of my career. And I felt that I agree with you on the business of basketball, but this is a different subject where I'm going. I felt that if I could have had rest, I always thought I'd have played to 39 years old. I don't know why that was in my head, but it was crazy because I went to Philadelphia and my knee is messed up. I have to see a doctor before practice. I have to ice before every practice. And they have me practicing with the team that's terrible. And they have us taping after shoot-arounds. And, so I agree with you, Isaiah, but I also think, man, it's this mentality that needs to leave the game and evolve in thinking, and that is, I'm going to run you in the ground for 5 hours in practice and yell defense and not give you the proper tools. So I totally agree with you, but I hope that rest can be given in practice. I hope that rest can be given during the week. And, when we talk about, you playing, and I think that Miami, you can help us out here, but to me, Miami has one of the best medical teams. You guys are one of the few teams that check body fat, that, always some are in the best in shape. And, and the rumor was back then that Pat Riley really puts it hard on you. What's your perspective about, just rest and injury?
Well, I mean, kind of piggybacking on what you said, just as far as the advancement of the game, yes, there is new information and, it has to be available to everybody. And these are conversations that we have to have. But sometimes people see the rest part and then don't think about the reason why or the reason behind it. And then you'll have young guys rested. Yeah. And I think that's when it kind of came to a head. Yeah. When you see a young guy and
4 years in the
rest
league
right there, and it's like, okay, come on. If a guy is playing for a championship, playing for the postseason, and he decides to take a, strategically take a night so he can, prepare his body for the next night, of course, that makes sense. But, we've all been young guys before.
It's smart management.
Hey,
you know what I mean? It's smart management.
No, it's not smart management.
It's supposed to be smart management.
Look, we got a partnership and we have a global game.
Yeah,
and there's a trust that comes along with the global game of the money that's being put out.
Your well-being is important too.
You can't have it both ways.
Man, yes,
you can't take the money.
Yes, you can.
You can't take the money, then have a TV contract, then take all the sponsors, then the fans don't come.
That's not true.
You can't take it all.
No, but you have to look at health and wellness. You know what I mean? So if you're going to spend all this money, why aren't you spending it on the proper medical staff to make sure that all your players are equipped to perform at its highest level? So you don't have a Chris Webber or BD or people who have injuries that are going to affect their career.
Medicine will always take a conservative approach and will never
and the teams will always take an aggressive approach to get you back on the court.
It would never allow the athlete to go beyond.
I love it.
That's what we always want to do.
Who said we didn't have any contest? Who said we're just going to talk all about good things? We're going to continue this fight and this argument during the commercial. The business of basketball. We heard Karl Malone.